Red Hood and the Outlaws. This will be the annual issue 1.
It's annual 2, actually.
It's annual issue 2. Oh, fair enough.
So that
That's
bloody
a problem.
long.
Issue 2. Scott Lobdell writing, and I have no idea who's on art.
We've got to Clayton Henry. There's the main thing.
Clayton
The
Henry.
backup art is Neil Googe.
Okay. So, there you go. This is actually last month's Red Hood. Connor missed so many episodes that he has one left over. So this is him making up. This is October's Red Hood.
Yeah.
So
So the main story. Positives out of the way first. It's not bad. I mean, Lobdell gets decent artists somehow. I don't know quite why, but it looks pretty good for the most part. A couple of odd faces here or there, admittedly, but it's got a very clean, sleek look to it. But basically, it's Jason and Roy, because Roy's not dead yet. Actually, a big part of this issue is Roy deciding to go to Sanctuary.
Okay.
Yeah, like basically they're living back in the Temeranian ship that they were in, like in the New 52 stuff with Starfire. That crashed ship in the jungle. So they're back living in that at the minute.
Okay.
And just Roy's using like a hologram phone thing to talk to Killer Croc, who's in prison, which I can't remember which prison he's in. I don't know if it tells me, but he's off in prison, and they're talking because Killer Croc's his sponsor, and we get that the mantra that Roy has, that one that was at the funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's a big part of it here, and it's overlaid with Jason deciding that he wants to, he's trying to find his teammates because they vanished through a portal at the end of the last issue.
Jeez.
Yeah. He's got this thing that searches the multiverse, and he goes, right, search for Bizarro or Artemis anywhere in the multiverse, and it says nope, they don't. No life forms known in existence. I'm like,
Well, must be broken.
There'd at least be some other versions of them.
At least, especially Bizarro, because there's, Yeah.
I was like, well, that was weird.
Well, I mean, this is how you get into Red Hood Outlaw, because it's retitling. I think we are next issue.
Right.
Is it actually retitling? I know it was getting a redesign.
Yeah, it's just called Red Hood Outlaw. There's no Outlaws anymore. It's just Red Hood Outlaw.
Oh, for God's sake. Ugh. I thought it was just getting a new team. You're telling me I have full 100% Jason?
Yeah.
You got all the Jason you could ever need.
Oh, God damn it. God damn it. But yeah, no, he decides to, get back to it, stop moping around. They go off on a little mission to Beijing, some gun smuggling thing. Susie Sue and the sisters of Susie Sue are the ones behind it because she's in hospital. Bit of a fight scene. It's cool. Art's nice until it gets stupid. Roy has a helicopter arrow. So he's just holding up an arrow, and the end starts spinning, and it lifts him, and he's grabbing onto Jason, and it lifts them off. It's like Matt, in Star Wars Rebels, the lightsaber spinning thing. Yeah. It's like that.
But when the Inquisitor used that, I understood it. It was like a training tool, right?
Yeah. No, Roy just pulls this out, and this is how they escape. It's like, yeah, cool, helicopter arrow.
So is it like in Mario where you wear the propeller hat and you jump and it spins? Yeah. So he fires it up and then you grab on?
Oh, no. He I don't know. You don't see him fire it, I don't think. I don't know. He's holding on to it, and it's called the propeller arrow, and he's just holding the arrow shaft, and the top of it's just spinning like helicopter blades. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Why don't read this book?
Like what? I couldn't get my head around it. It came out of nowhere. Like, is this a thing that they've used before? I don't know. No,
not that I can remember. Like,
I don't remember ever seeing it.
Because it doesn't make any sense.
No, it
I
doesn't.
think Lobdell was just listening to you spin me right round, baby, right round when he was writing this, and then said, "Oh, you know what? I've got an idea."
I can understand if you shot it up and with some, Q-Tech, whatever, it reaches a velocity, becomes a full-on propeller, and they grab onto a tow rope.
He's got his bow slung over his arm, so he's not, it's not like he's just fired it. Because he fired an arrow into the wall and there was an explosion, which I think the impression I got there was that it was an explosive tipped arrow. Fine. And then the next thing, the sisters are looking shocked. They do that, the question mark, exclamation mark thing. And then they're just flying. He's just holding on to an arrow and it's spinning at the top. And
Rafflecopter.
Yeah. I don't know. But, yeah. Then they get back. They have a bit of a heart-to-heart. Roy's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go check out this sanctuary place." They don't actually name it. They're just going to rehab for capes.
Jason's like, "Hey Roy, I've got you," and then Jason's like, "Who's got you?" And they're flying through the air, looking at each other's eyes.
Lobdell's not clever enough to pull that off, because he could have.
Yeah. When red combines with red and becomes one, it's a magical, romantic embrace between an archer and a prick.
Pretty much.
Anyways,
that was the main issue. A little backup. It has the caption is "a moment later?" or an eternity ? And it's a Bizarro waking up Artemis, and she's like, "Oh, how long was I out?" And he says, "Me stopped counting moons." So presumably a while. They're on some alternate Earth. They're outside the Hall of Justice, but on this world it's called the Hall of Punishment, or they put over Hall of Punishment over the top of Justice. So he's like, they're going, "Oh, I hope it's an alternate reality." So they're still out there. They'll come back into the book at some point now, I assume. Also, I'm looking at the cover for the next one. It is still got the Red Hood and the Outlaws thing, but the and the S are actually just crossed out.
Right.
And then 27 just has Red Hood Outlaw.
Yeah.
Ugh, I'm looking at that new design. I'm not feeling it. Ooh, nice art though. I mean, the backup was only like 3 or 4 pages, so art was fine. But I was for the most part, it looked all right.